In the previous video, I talked about Poe's life, the importance of his writings for literature, and the themes and spaces that he included in each of his stories. Now, I will talk about some of his writings and the development of each of these. This is one of the most important stories of Poe's life, because it has been described as the first modern detective story, and the first to include much deeper and more serious themes for the time in which it was published. This story was the first to include the police theme and tell the story of the murder of two women, an old woman and a girl. However, at the scene, no evidence of the events had been found, so the story told the development of this mystery. This novel serves as a reference for all stories of this type, up to the present day, and even serves as an inspiration for Sir Arthur Conan Doyle for the creation of Sherlock Holmes, the most important history of this genre. One of the most popular poems of Edgar Allan Poe is Annabel Lee. It follows the death of a beautiful woman, a theme that comes up throughout Poe's works, and is intimately connected to his life. This is because a lot of scholars consider this piece a memorial to Poe's young wife, Virginia Clem. This is considered a masterpiece of Poe. It is a supernatural, dreamlike poem that makes use of his most frequently themes. There are loss, death, fear, and above all else, the haunting presence of the talking raven. The creature cries throughout the text, a single word, nevermore. These poems represent the scariest examples of the writings in the English language. This space was presented in another Poe's short story, The Fall of the House Usher, and is a terrifying depiction of insanity. The text paints a picture of a structure that slowly degrades, along with its residents. Just as the house falls apart, so does a mind. With this, Poe drew a comparison between these two different structures. These are some of the most important poems in Poe's life, and in all of these we can see these dark and serious themes that characterize Poe's writings. On October 3, 1849, Poe was found delirious on the streets of Baltimore, and days later he died on October 7, 1849. The newspapers at the time reported Poe's death as a congestion of the brain, but the actual cause of death remains a mystery. This is how the life of one of the most important writers in the history ends. Thank you and goodbye.